Anyway, I think it's a good time to delve into the newspapers right now. I'll start off with the Daily Graphic Weekend Special. They captured the Ablekuma North election rerun in some 19 police stations. The big story here, it's victory for Irabna Orban. She wins Ablekuma North to consolidate NDC's majority to 185 seats. 185 seats. Some other stories here. Professor Duncan chairs Traditional Medicine Practice Council, vows to push for herbal medicine standardization.
Any relation?
Not that I know of,
okay,
but it is very possible. I just need to know where he comes from. He's
okay.
Ato Duncan. He's giving me ideas. Professor Duncan doesn't sound bad at all. Prof. Duncan. Hello, Prof. Duncan.
Prof. Can't do anything.
Yeah, you know.
Already, we can't contain you in this house.
It's all in God's hands. You know, because I like the way it sounds.
It sounds nice.
Prof. Duncan.
Prof. Duncan.
Oh, Chale. No, Professor Duncan.
It happen.
Yeah, I have to.
I like that.
You know, looking at a few things. The back story, the back page of the Daily Graphic Weekend Special, story by Maurice Kwanzaa, fixing Ghana's stadium crisis. Minister NSA boss face uphill tax in rescuing rotten legacy. Moving on to the Spectator very briefly, loneliness increases risk of stroke. Others kills over 100 every hour. There's also a feature on the unseen threat of carcinogenic jewelry. Geoffrey Kwame Buta wins third Joy News Impact Makers Award, and there is some kind of write-up on nutrition, frequently asked questions, and also trying to demystify the myths. And the back page, Street Academy 2025 Health Walk today. Oh, I didn't even know I had a mirror. Okay, the big page, the big headline story here. 10-year-olds expecting babies as Upper East Region records 2,436 teenage pregnancies in 5 months. And also here, a bailiff jailed 4 years for forging judge signature.
Did you say 10-year-olds expecting babies?
Yes, I'll bring you details on that story.
Yeah, we'll do that. All right, so I have citynewsroom.com, some of the stories you'll find on our portal. High gold prices to boost Ghana's exports, ease inflation. That's according to a Fitch report. Other stories, Ibera Capital not party to Black Volta Gold deal. Bobby Banton clarifies. Ablekuma North rerun, NDC's Arabna Obin wins Ablekuma North. Ablekuma North rerun, NPP accuses EC government of election manipulation. Other stories you'll find, Mahama orders review of unapproved shipping charges. It's a good feeling. Obin celebrates victory in Ablekuma North. Peace Council condemns violence at Ablekuma North, calls for calm. And let's go to ChannelOneNews.com. So the stories you'll find, Ablekuma North rerun, we've been robbed. That's according to the MPP. NDC's Arabna Obin wins Ablekuma North after months-long standoff. NDC behind thuggery, lawlessness in Ablekuma North rerun. That's according to the minority in parliament. Ablekuma North chaos, Peace Council demands end to political violence. In the Ashanti region, 31-year-old arrested for allegedly stealing prepaid electricity meters. Mahama orders scrutiny of shipping line charges, demands parliamentary approval. Ablekuma North interdiction isn't justice. Prosecute officer now. That's the GJA telling the police that. All right. Oh, you're still holding a paper. Okay, let me do Ghana News Agency quickly. Acting Chief Justice swears in GJA leadership. Other stories you'll find on GNA. IMF endorses ECG privatization. Ablekuma North rerun, police administration interdicts officer over journalist assault. No Igbo king in Ga State. That's according to the Ga Traditional Council. Other stories, FDA rids Bolgatanga market of unregistered products. And Ablekuma North elections, GJA demands criminal charges, arrests of interdicted police officer. Let's go to GhanaWeekend.com. Some of the stories you'll find on that portal. NDC's Arabna Obin wins Ablekuma North after rerun. Ablekuma North rerun. Peace Council condemns violence, urges calm. Election Watch Ghana commends Ablekuma North voters, calls for stronger security measures. Finance Minister to present mid-year budget review on July 24. Violence begets violence. Hannah Bissiu justifies attack on Hawa Kumsin. Starts now. Use your phones. Channel One TV's Vivian Kailoko urges journalism students. Ablekuma North, police interdict officer caught on video assaulting journalist. Providing TNT is not vote buying. Lindo Clue justifies support for voters. Rawlins's son, Timothy, weds fiancée in simple, elegant ceremony.
Did you see the videos from that particular ceremony?
I did.
They were very demure.
Very mindful.
And very mindful. And very calmly.
Very beautiful ceremony. It's not that it was okay. Jude wants to draw me into something this morning.
You go somewhere, they'll dance. One of the bridesmaids, that's what you call them, right? They'll take off their wig, then they'll remove their shoe. Then they'll pour the champagne. So, Charlie, we cry.
If anybody does that, like when I see those videos, I'm like,
you start
why?
cringing.
But why?
You don't know what.
I know you're happy, but why?
If the bride is even doing it, cool, because we only know what they might have gone through the relationship.
To
right?
have gone to that.
Well, if you're a bridesmaid and you're a dancer, you take off your wig, then you remove some jewelry. Say, Charlie, leave me. I'm to spot there. Charlie, if you're not lucky, then some of the times the hand strap, they'll bring it down small.
That one happens.
Oh, I'm telling you.
Because it's tight.
Yeah, it's too tight.
So they have to push it down.
It's too tight. They'll bring it down light twice. They want to loosen themselves.
Yeah,
then they'll remove the heel. Well. Then they'll remove another heel. Then they'll take center stage and they'll be dancing like, gyrating like. Have you seen a chicken on hits before?
I'm yet to see that
all
one.
And it's your friend's wedding, oh, Charlie. I saw Kimati's wedding.
It was very nice.
It was a white lady.
Yes.
It was
very nice.
We wish the couple well in their relationship or in their marriage life. I think you should just give us the Irabna Urban story on citynewsroom.com.
Okay,
and we
sure.
Can look at some other big stories.
It's a good feeling. Okay. So she's celebrating her victory, and this is what she said. So the story is on citynewsroom.com. Irabna Urban, the newly elected Member of Parliament for Ablekuma North, has expressed her satisfaction following her victory in the just-ended parliamentary rerun, describing the moment as a good feeling and a much-needed relief for the constituents. Speaking shortly after her declaration as the winner on Friday, July 11, Urban emphasized the importance of restoring representation to a constituency that had been without a voice in Parliament for over 6 months. It means that the people of Ablekuma North, at least after 6 months, we get to have a representation in Parliament, someone who can also go and fight for our people. So it is a good feeling, she said. Her victory marks the end of a drawn-out electoral impasse dating back to the December 2024 general elections. The rerun, held across 19 polling stations, was ordered by the Electoral Commission to settle disputes surrounding the original outcome. The rerun was, however, marked with incidents of violence, including attacks on MPP candidates Nanekwe Friye and former Minister Hawa Kumsin, as well as some journalists. And that's the story there.
Interesting to see. The big issue on City FM and Channel One TV would delve into all of the angles later today, so you can tune in. In fact, just keep your dial here.
Don't tune off. We have a lot to say.
Exactly. Let me take you to the story in the Mirror newspaper, right? They say they are Ghana's most popular weekend paper, and they were established in 1953. Where were you in 1953?
I wasn't even implanted in my mother's womb.
You weren't an idea.
No, I wasn't even an idea.
Are you sure?
I promise you.
I'm sure.
My mother had probably just been born around that time.
Charlie. Anyway, they have a story here. They say 10-year-olds expecting babies as Upper East Region records 2,436 teenage pregnancies in 5 months. Unbelievable. excerpt of the story from Gilbert Azim reads, the Upper East region recorded 2,436 teenage pregnancies between January and May 2025, renewing public concern about the welfare, health, and future of adolescent girls in the region. Of the figure, 25 cases involved girls aged between 10 to 14 years, while the remaining 2,411 were between 15 to 19. This was contained in the statistics presented by the Ghana Health Service during a regional review meeting on the Essential Services Package ESP for women and girls subjected to violence. The meeting, organized by the Department of Gender with support from the United Nations Population Fund (UNFPA), brought stakeholders together from the Ghana Health Service, the Ghana Education Service, the Domestic Violence and Victim Support Unit (DOVSU) of the Ghana Police Service, the Legal Aid Commission, Department of Social Welfare, Judiciary, and Civil Society Organization. The meeting aimed to review progress under the ESP, which is a framework for service providers to coordinate efforts to support survivors of gender-based violence, identify gaps in service provision, and strengthening coordination among service providers. The story goes on to give a breakdown or a district breakdown where these pregnancies were recorded. Now, if you look at the number, you'll be quick to say, wow, 2,411 between age 15 and 19. Only to see that about close to 30 of the cases also involved persons or children between the ages 10 and 14. That's a staggering.
That's what baffles my mind, which means that 10-year-olds are getting their menstruation very early. 10 menstruation, wow. That's
But is it even safe? Obviously not.
To get your menses?
To get pregnant at that time.
Of course not. Oh, of course not. It's psychologically, it has a lot of effects on your psyche, so you need to be psychologically strong because you go through a lot of changes that even at 10 years, you're now understanding your body, you're now developing. So definitely they're going through a lot because you don't understand what's going on.
You know, the shocking part for me is who these young girls or the persons taking advantage of them. I don't want to believe it's their colleague 10-year-olds who are sleeping with them, right? Obviously, it would have to be, you know, people older, maybe in their teens or even way older. And for me, that is very problematic that, you know, as a man, you can look at the face of these children and think that it is okay, you know. And sometimes people are quick to say, oh, in some traditions it's allowed, oh, in some cultures it's allowed, right? And they use other things that have happened in the past to sort of justify. You know, for me, it's problematic. You know, we say culture all the time, but we believe that there are certain, for example, FGM. It used to be a culturally acceptable practice, and I'm referring to female genital mutilation. But with the onset of, you know, modern, you know, healthcare, you know, even technology, you know, even understanding the human body better, we realized that some of these things were harmful long term, right? And we said that even though it used to be an acceptable practice, it wasn't proper, you know, and we put it aside. So I'm of the view that, yes, culture is fluid, you know, people evolve. So if your argument even is to the point that it's culturally acceptable, I think in 2025, we've come a long way.
But I also think that they're being exposed to these things online, on social media.
In the Upper East region.
You don't think they have internet in the Upper East region? Of course they do.
They have internet in the Upper East region, but
TikTok is everywhere.
Yeah, but you see,
if you remember, Sam George has been saying that there's been a lot of sexual explicit things.
But I'm
TikTok.
sure, you know, I get the sense that if you go to the households where these things are happening, I don't think they are able to afford a phone. Some of them, see.
No, it doesn't have to be their phone, no.
Is what?
You can watch social media from anybody's phone. So maybe that's what they used to.
Their parents.
Yeah.
But even some of their parents, I don't even think they're sophisticated enough to be having
have a phone.
Some of these smartphones. Maybe the YAM phones, probably. But I don't, you know, and the Upper East region, yes, there are some well-to-do, families, businesses. It's a thriving place. I've been there before, but if you look at what the report
But
says,
the stats
right?
you read were not just the Upper East region, was it?
This was the Upper East region.
Okay.
Mainly the Upper East region. So it talks about Kasina and Nankana. I've been there before. In fact, in my final year of university, we did a field trip where we spent the whole week, my geography class. And if you want some of the poorest of the poor, you'll find them in the Kasina and Nankana district, where I spent 2 nights there, right? And we are being told that in that area, for example, 198 cases were recorded there. And with my prior knowledge of this place, the little residual knowledge I have of the area, they sometimes don't even have what to eat, let alone going to buy a phone to say they are going online to check, to get influenced by, whatever is on social. So I think that people are taking advantage of these children for whatever reason. I want to believe that they are not being sold into early marriages, which for me would be another concern. And a lot of the time, you hear people hide under the cloak of, it's our culture, it's our way of life. But my argument is that to the point where it affects the natural growth and development of the said child, we need to say that, no, it can't be proper. 10-year-olds should be in school. They should be able to decide for themselves what they want in their future to look like, right? And, impregnating them like that at that age, I think it's problematic, right? So I've seen that the stakeholders in the area, in the region, have come together on ways to, curb this. But about close to 30 of them, and under age 15. But if you look at those between age 15 and 19,
that's a whole different story.
Yeah, but so you might say, 18 years, yeah, of legal age, you can do whatever I want to do. But sometimes it's not about having the space to do it. You have to ensure that the person's, even your financial,
circumstances.
Exactly.
That also plays a big role. I remember I did a story, and this was before I joined ChannelOne and City, that I went to a school somewhere in the Ashanti region, and there were pregnant girls in the school, which I still like the fact that they were still going to school. But these were like 15, 16-year-olds. So I asked them, how did they get into this situation? What was it? And it was because someone can't afford a pad. And so someone bought the pad for her, and she felt like to thank him, she'll accept his advances because he buys her pads, he buys her food. So
these are the realities on the ground.
Yeah, so people's livelihoods kind of dictate certain things that will happen to them in their lives. But I hope that they can grow from this, and the stakeholders involved would.
We hope so too.
Yeah, do better.
Hope so too.
Do better for the kids, because this can't happen. I have a story here. Did you know that loneliness can increase your risk of stroke?
I woke up in the middle of the night and I noticed my girl wasn't by my side. Ever since I was reading before, so I got a little right. So I'm so lonely. I'm Mr. Lonely.
The fact that you could actually sing the words of that song.
Oh yeah!
Back in the day.
Back in the day.
Yeah,
you do Tigo text a lot. Then you realize that she's not texting you the way she used to text you. Somebody take the Tingo. Boys will be sad. Oh, Charlie.
So this is from the WHO, and their report says that the report has linked loneliness to over 100 deaths every hour, totaling more than 871,000 global fatalities each year. The WHO Commission on Social Connection revealed in its report that 1 in 6 people globally experience loneliness, with significant consequences for physical and mental health, well-being, and economic productivity. And they define social connection as the ways people interact with others, loneliness as the painful feeling resulting from a gap between desired and actual connections, and social isolation as a lack of sufficient social ties. And Dr. Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus, the Director General of the World Health Organization, he's noted that despite the limitless opportunities for connection in today's world, increasing numbers of people feel isolated and alone. And he warned that beyond individual impacts, unaddressed loneliness and social isolation could cost societies billions through healthcare, education, and employment losses. A lot of people are going through a lot of things, though.
Yeah, so if you look at the
So you gotta sit
statistics, if you
around.
look at the statistics, I was just checking this, right? So for example, the average life expectancy after entering an old age home,
Yeah.
right, is just under 1 year.
That's
right?
why we don't have old age homes in Ghana.
Yeah, but you know,
Like,
Ghana, the
they're
way our
not
family
popular.
system is built,
Yeah, we want to have the old,
yeah,
they'll live with us,
they
around
are
us.
seen as a fountain of wisdom.
Yeah.
You know,
I remember
so-
my grandma, anytime you get home, she hasn't gone to school before, but she'll make sure you do your homework. Because she'll be
Yeah.
standing over you,
Exactly,
you know,
exactly.
monitoring the homework. Meanwhile,
They are
Nana and Tia
integral,
now
they are
wearing nothing.
integral part of the family system,
Yeah.
right? So we all adore our grandmas, we all love our granddad. So yeah, but you know, at a point you can get really lonely too. This study wasn't only specific to
Old age.
Old age.
Even
It's-
now, you know, people are lonely. They would rather stay indoors and be on their phone, social media.
yeah, but sometimes I wonder, right? So sometimes they even go out, but they're still on their
They're
phone.
still on their phone. Like you'll see a group of people on a table and they're all on their phone.
That should be like some kind of disorder.
I hate that thing with a passion. I prefer that you didn't come at all. But if you're coming
so
out,
if you go on a date
put
and
your
the person's
phone
on
aside.
you get up
May I
and
tell
go.
you my peace of mind? Why are you on your phone? If you wanted to be on your phone, we shouldn't have come here in the first
Well,
place.
maybe a person's a doctor, has to give,
Theatre.
has to send prescriptions.
For a long period of time? Oh no.
Or maybe the person,
No,
maybe the person is a journalist.
What? They are writing their story.
He has to keep an eye on Ablekum not.
At that time,
Yeah, it's possible.
at that
It's
time,
very possible. Or the person's a
shouldn't be
businessman
out.
and goods are coming from the port. Charlie, come
at,
issue.
at
you know,
8 p.m.
sometimes or even 1 a.m.
No, I can excuse it if it's, you know, a short time, but like literally the whole time you're out with a person, you're on your phone. That's
my
inexcusable.
mate who's a married, you know, who's a medical doctor.
Yeah.
You know, I was talking to him one time, married recently, young couple, you know, and he got a call at 1 a.m., you know, from one of his patients' family members.
That's what.
So, Charlie, what else? You know,
How did the patient get his number?
oh, I mean,
They
they
should have-
strike a bond over time, you know,
Okay.
that kind of thing.
So he built a relationship
Absolutely.
with the patients. So sometimes we abuse.
Hey, watching wife, you know the way I know today, the weather today make. You see the weather.
Oh, that's nice and cold.
Yeah, but it's a calling, so you have to go.
I've seen people wearing the bubble jackets.
It
We
is
are in
you.
winter.
We beg you. We beg you.
We are in winter.
We beg you. You know, it's
We
cold.
are in winter. This is our
So then
winter.
the weather jacket, the weather one with
The fair on the-
Oh, Charlie, we sunny pool in the cake. Like Charlie.
Please, we are in winter. This
Oh,
is our
please.
winter.
If you're not lucky, then we'll add the boots.
Yeah, man.
Oh, bro, come on. Let's
And
be
the
serious.
stockings for the ladies. Shit. We are serious, though. This is our winter. And we have all these clothes lying in the room and we can't wear them. So we're making use of it now.
Let's be serious.
We're enjoying our winter.
Let's be serious.
If you don't
Anyway, no.
understand.
Yeah, so I mean, people's job mean that they have to be actively engaged a lot of the time. So
Yeah, but not at the expense of
I feel like
people
if
that
you're
you've been,
if you're
out with.
out on a date and you're watching TikTok or you're on Twitter and you're tweeting,
Very, 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 very
share your
wrong.
thoughts with the people around you on the table, because that's
Like,
essentially
let me see the video you're watching.
not even that, you know. So like I'm with you on a date, then I'm tweeting something else. The idea of Twitter is to communicate your thoughts to other people, because maybe at that particular time you're in some solitary confinement or you're alone, you're in your house. But if you're with people, your tweet should be your words. So say it to them. You know, why do you have to now? They say, oh, you go and check. Oh, I'm a little busy. Or boy,
Oh, TikTok.
Or TikTok.
Well,
Out.
I don't agree. I think if you're out with someone, your phone should be the last thing that you look at. Unless maybe
It's
you're
an
waiting
emergency.
for a message or it's an emergency. But otherwise, everything can wait. On that note, we'll be